Well, what is going on, guys? FMU here, playing FM17 beta on the day of release. What a wonderful world we live in. That suit is very, very black. It's almost as if the suit doesn't exist. He's just a bit of a torso, a head and a pair of hands. That's frightening. So, today's the day, the big release. We're going for Crewe Alexandra. My team, my boys. My beautiful, beautiful crew. Now, I also have been suffering. I've been really ill, like ridiculously, which is why I had to stop recording. I did try and make a bit of a comeback, making fifth videos, but it destroyed my voice again. So I apologise if I'm a little bit gravelly, but we'll get by. Together we'll pull through. Now, let me talk to you in your face. I avoid managing Crewe on Football Manager like the frickin' plague. They can do that. They can do that. Actually, no, I'll do that. I'll do that. They for starts, and we'll tailor it as we go along. Yeah, so this is different for me. I don't normally do this. I did it briefly on Grassroots to Greatness in FM16, but I don't normally do it. It's a frightening thing for me. So I'm just going to set this manager up and then we're going to get into it. And I'm frightened. We're going to try the game face thing first. I've tried this already once and it was a catastrophe. It was a catastrophe. I'm not lying. I have a squint in my eye, which basically means I'm a cod-eyed son of a beach, and it can be a nightmare with pictures. Also, I've had to take this picture now, so light-wise, no clear. Light-wise, why are you putting it up there? Light-wise, it's not the best, but we'll work with it. We can do this. I mean, I could end up looking absolutely terrifying, which I did in the first instance when I started up a save around about an hour ago and tried this, and it looked awful. It looked absolutely terrible. My face was pretty much blue, and I've got a feeling it's going to come out in a funny colour now, but we'll see if we can't work with it. We'll just work with it. Who cares if it looks terrible? But yeah, so this could be interesting. That is terrifying, but we're doing it. I don't care. I don't even care. A bit of a rude hullet looking guy. If we go with that, we'll go with that, and we're going to go with bold 1, which I know to be a decent hairdo. That's good. Facial hair. I think that looks actually nothing like me. But hey ho, there you go. We're going to go with some glasses as well. We're going to give you some. I look like Devon. No, not Devon Dudley. Sorry, Bubba Ray Dudley. Get the frickin' tables. So we've got that. We'll go with just the shirt. Very good. The tie, we'll go with a red one, because we're going to be managing Crewe. The trousers, we're going to go with a nice grey. And I think we'll go with a lighter grey for the shoe. Whoa, that's a bit too much. Maybe that grey for the shoe. What do we think? Why am I stood in a very odd? But anyway, that'll do. And we're just going to leave this as it is. Let me just get rid of these bloody things. I did put that I didn't need them, but they've still come up. So, whatever. Whatever, Trevor. Whatever floats your boats. No, we don't want another manager. We want to get cracking. Now, that looks nothing like me in the slightest. But it looks better than the hideous picture we took at the beginning, so it's fine. We are here. Andrea Dennis is my press officer. That is very good to know. Thank you for welcoming me to the club, Andrea. You haven't. You've just come straight in and forwarded me an email telling me I've taken over, which I already know. Johnny Boy Bowler has welcomed me. Yes, my player faces and stuff have work now, which is good. John Bowler has welcomed us to the football club along with Danny DeVito, aka James Collins. Do we have a picture for Jimbo? We do. He's very Danny DeVito-esque. I'm going to skip the meetings, okay? Simply because I know the club inside out. And there's some stuff that you guys want to see yourselves as you go along. There's going to be a lot of videos out there at the minute that are showing you all these new features and stuff. So we will cross them when we come to them, okay? That's the way we're going to do it. So, new contract. Director of football is the legend Dario Gradi. Head of youth development, former player and actual Gibraltar international David Artell is the head of youth development. Crewe's transfers. Two things I'm going to do. First of all, Callum Bullock from Manchester City and James Yates from Everton. A very bizarre thing. They're on loan at Crewe at the moment, but they are purely there to bolster the academy squad. They're not there to really be involved in the first team unless absolutely necessary, which is bizarre. Liam Smith was on loan at Crewe but had to go back to Newcastle because he picked up a couple of injuries and basically was just dead on his feet while he was at Crewe, and it was a waste of a loan move. Unfortunate for him, unfortunate for us, but that's the way it was. And Alex Kawamia, Golden Kawamia. Boy, have I got a song for you if he scores. His pace is spot on Football Manager. Aggression, I don't think he's a 12 aggressor. I've not seen that from him. Crossing is decent. His finishing is way below. I think he should be a 12 to 14 finishing from what I've seen from him this season. His determination should be higher, and his work rate should be higher as well. He is an absolute workhorse. Had a few low moves in the past at Barnsley and Fleetwood, never clicked for him, but at Crewe it's just everything is just slotted into place, and he scored some beautiful goals for us. Back to the old inbox. Injury update. We've got a clean bill of health. Responsibilities at Crewe. That is something that we've already sorted out, and like I say, we'll tweak it as we go along. This is the one I'm looking forward to. Will I get some abuse? I do love the hashtags. Crewe pleased to confirm the appointment of Paul Howarth as their new manager. Hashtag Howarth, hashtag Crewe, hashtag Davis is obviously the manager who has left. I'm actually going to follow him so we can see what happens with him throughout his career. Very interesting choice by Crewe for their new manager. We'll be keen to see how things develop here. Again, hashtag Howarth, Crewe, Davis. Perry Chapman giving it the big Billy boy. Literally could not think of anyone worse for the job than Paul Howarth. What are Crewe doing? And good luck. Cheers, Devon Barkley. I'd love it. I would love it if you could reply to them. I think that'd be awesome. I know it would be pointless and meaningless, but it'd be cool if there'd be a little bit of interaction there. And there's the big breaking story, which is basically the email that was forwarded to us by Andrew at the beginning, basically saying I've taken over at the club. That is it. Comprende? In terms of the schedule, what we're going to do, we are going to leave each other in a moment, only briefly, don't worry. And when we come back, we are going to be doing the opening game of the season. One thing I am very keen on seeing this year is the Johnson's Paint Trophy, or the Checker Trade Trophy as it's called now, because I wonder if that was an absolute nightmare to code. It's not showing up in the list at the moment of fixtures, but I'm pretty sure that it's going to be in there. So looking at the club quickly, the worst home kit Crewe have ever had. A lot of Crewe fans despise this kit. I don't like it, but I've just become tolerant of it. It looks like we've basically signed Doncaster Rovers' kit from about 3 or 4 years ago on loan for the season. That's what it looks like to us. I like the away kit, and the third choice kit is just white at the end of the day. So, captain of the club is, and always will be, the beautiful Ryan Lowe. Harry Davis, the son of the now, on this save anyway, former manager Steve Davis. Key player Ben Garrett, bang on. Hot prospect Callum Ainley, pretty much bang on. Ryan Lowe, when you start, he's 37. In real life, he's now 38. But this man scores goals. He's an absolute amazing professional, and he's probably in better shape than most 20-year-olds playing football at the highest level. He is an absolute machine, and I love the guy to bits. Ben Garrett is a world beater of a goalkeeper. Well, he would be, and he could be, if he cut out his silly mistakes that he does make. Like this season, he's taken to running out of his area a lot, which he never did before. He's kind of playing sweeper keeper now, and it really is squeaky bum time when he does it. But he is a great goalkeeper, great shot stopper, does make some fantastic saves, but still learning. Callum Ainley is a fantastic young prospect, really is a great player. Only 18 years of age as well, which is really, really awesome. There's so much room for development there. Same with Charlie Kirk, all on the same lines as Mr. Ainley. Both guys are expected to have big futures. In the under 23s, I think he's going to be. There he is, Tommy Lowry. Let me just pop him up to the first team. This young man at Crewe, we call him Miniesta. He's a little slip of a fellow, and he is a really good, really decent quality player. You can see his stats there. They're not the greatest on this, but in real life, he's going to be one hell of a boss when it comes to playing the game of foosball. So really, really pleased to see how he gets on there. His idol is Juan Mata. There you go. You've learned something new about a person you probably didn't even realise existed. Unless, of course, you're a Crewe fan, which there are a few out there. I need to change that. Some centimetres and stuff. So I'm going to go and do all that sort of stuff now. I'm going to set up my tactics, and we'll quickly go through that before the opening game, and I'll let you know any other stuff that's gone on since then. But guys, girls, bear with me. I'll be back with you in one memento. Okay, this is the second attempt at coming back to you. There's a bit of an issue with the beta on its release day, it appears, which is to be expected. A lot of people are getting it. A crash dump during games. There seems to be a crash dump loading a highlight, or a crash dump after a goal and stuff. It seems very so. I've just had one. Now, I never normally get them, so I'm a bit disappointed by this. So I'm hoping this isn't going to be a continuous thing throughout this, but we'll see. So, coming back, I went into a lot of detail last time about stuff I didn't need to, so maybe it's a good job that this is cut a little bit. This little screen here I really like. The assistant manager comes to you and gives you a bit more advice, and it's just a little bit easier to implement. So he says that we should change from that formation to 4-4-2. You click that, it applies it immediately. Here he says that suitable free kick taker is Cooper. You click on that and it'll take you to your free kick takers screen, and you'll be able to add him. That one would be an auto add. If it's a ticket, it's an auto add. If it's an arrow, it's one you have to do it yourself. So that's really, really cool. A few things that have happened while I've been away. My staff have been just decimated from me, just ripped from me, like candy from a baby almost. We brought in a couple of players I'll show you in a second. But yeah, look at that. We lost all these guys, and these guys have come in. We haven't been able to replace everybody that we've lost at the moment because the staff recruitment of other clubs is just going crazy as well. So all these other teams are vying for the same people we are. Some of them are joining me, some of them are going elsewhere. So that's happened. There's been a lot of that going on. One thing that happened, I rejected a transfer bid for James Jones from Derby. The press were saying he was worth £2 to £2.5 million, and Derby came with an offer of about £400,000. So I was like, no. And he came to me and was like, why? And I said, well, basically, my old chum, the bid wasn't good enough. And then he turned around and went, well, what is a good enough bid for me? And then you have like a little value thing, like when you're setting up a transfer and you change the value, very much the same as this. So I selected £1.5 million. He said, you're taking the mick. So I was like, okay, 1.2 million. He was like, no, you're getting on my nerves now. So I was like, okay, you're worth £1 million. And he was like, oh, that's better, thank you. So that's really cool that they come back and discuss what they feel. Before you could just get away with saying, oh, I think you're worth more than that. And they'd be like, oh, thanks very much. Now they call bullshit if you say they're worth 5 million and they think they're not. So that's a pretty cool dynamic. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Alexander McQueen has come in on a free. after his release from Carlisle, a former Tottenham trainee. He's a quick defender, predominantly a right back, but can play left back. That's why I brought him in as cover for both those positions. Not expected to rip up any trees, but he's decent enough. And Michael Ngoo was once a Liverpool player, I believe. Yeah, Hearts, Liverpool, Yeovil, Walsall, Kilmarnock, Southend. He's been around a bit, and he's only 23, but he's relatively quick, not the quickest in the world. Did get a hat-trick in the pre-season trial game, which made my scout say, give him a go. Made me think, I'll give him a go. It's a relatively low-risk transfer on a free deal, so not too bothered by it. So we'll see how he goes. Also comes in good timing as Chris Dagnall is now out for, I think, 4 to 5 months. So that's peed on that parade just a little bit. Also, lastly, before we go over to the game, we'll have a look at the tactics in a minute, but social media is savage. Some of the guys on here are savages. When Billy Bingham got injured, some of the fans were just like, really? This is news? No. And stuff. And then when he came back from injury in pre-season, they were like, oh, he must have just fancied some time off then. You know, basically hashtag lazy sod sort of thing, you know. They didn't put that, but that's basically what they were getting at. I was looking forward to the new season as well, because Dagnall's out. This is football. We've got players who are up to the task of filling in. Well, that's a matter of opinion. What a draw. Tyler McFarlane is very pleased with the Checker Trade trophy. Chance for redraw. Mr. Marsden, not so happy. So, yeah, the Checker Trade, it's bleh. It's Chesterfield, Crewe, Morecambe and Wolves under 23s. Wolves are actually in our draw in real life. I'm on these boycott the B team things, so I can't actually even really... I know Accrington are in our group, but I can't remember who the other team is. I've got a feeling it might be Morecambe. I've got a feeling this, apart from Accrington and Stanley, that is our group, but I could be wrong. I honestly can't remember. I have no... Even though I went to that final and loved it, what they've done to the competition this year is atrocious, and I'm on the big boycott boys for this rubbish trophy. So, anyway, enough of that. Let's see if we can get through this without a bloody crash dump. So this is the formation, the old 4-1-2-3, or the 4-3-3, however you want to look at it. We've got a couple of covering defenders here. The only real things that I've done at the moment is getting these two fewer risky passes all across the back line and the defensive midfielder. The rest of it is just the standard. That needs to be poacher. I don't know why it didn't register. That needs to be poacher, of course, as I've just said. And then these are just the standard instructions for those. Control and structured for the mentality and team shape. And then if you want to pause it and have a little look at those, that is the team instructions. I'll just give you a moment to pause so you don't pause halfway through me cancelling or clearing or whatever. Sweet. So that is that. That is how we're going to go forwards with the team for now. I did this last time. I hit quick pick. You pick these guys. So Ben Garrett, Turton, Ray, Davis. Oh no, I never did that before. What's it done differently? Going. Right, okay. That'll do me. So this is what we're changing this time slightly. Ryan Lowe isn't exactly fit for this, but we are going to start him up top. So we've got in the starting, and I'm actually going to put Miniesta on the bench instead of Kirk today. So we've got Garrett, Turton, Guthrie, Davis and Bakayoko at the back. The experience of Danny Hollands just behind... he's experienced but still young, James Jones, and the young prospect Ainley, and then Cooper and Kawambi on the wings with the old head of Ryan Lowe up top. Again, I beg the powers of FM, please, almighty lords, I'm just going to give them number 31 shirt, please don't give me a crash dump in this one, please. Okay, I ain't going to lie. This is going to be attempt number 10 at playing a freaking match. Hours I've been sat here trying to sort this out. And basically there is a issue with the game on certain systems. It doesn't really matter how good or how bad your graphics card is. On certain systems at the moment, the game cannot move between 3D and 2D without crashing, or 2D and 3D without crashing. Either way, it crashes. It's very disappointing, but they're working on it. I've reported it, as have a lot of other people. Stevenage are in, Ben Garrett collects. So yeah, it's a pain in the arse, but that's what betas are for. It'll get sorted, and when it does, it'll be the most wonderful thing in the world. So we're doing 2D match, 2D replay at the moment. That is terrible defending by us though, and they're in here and they've scored. Well, that is terrible defending by Crewe. Look at this, easily pulled open there. The man drifted away, left acres of space, and Ben Garrett maybe should have done better there, but it's 1-0 to Stevenage. For the first time in 10 attempts. Every other time, Crewe have taken the lead. Every other time. What luck we have on live comms. It makes me laugh. The curse of the live comm. Raging on into FM 17 beta. Love it. So we'll give them a bit of a... let's see what occurs. Here's Alex Kawamia, the golden man himself. Go on. Right low! Oh, the veteran scores. Get the feck in. A beautiful ball in, and great poaching instincts from Ryan Lowe there. Turton's ball, great to get in between the defenders, and a lovely ball slotted into the back of the net from 37-year-old in game at the moment, Ryan Lowe. Beautiful. One apiece. Happy with that. I don't think we should lose this. I think we should be okay to get at least a point. That's what I'm thinking. We should be all... Henry, really? That was a good finish by the looks of things. But we find ourselves 2-1 down going into half time. Again, need to sort the closing down, I think. But we should be alright, really. That's disappointing. Oh no, we're not going to go aggressive. First ever half-time team talk. Yeah, bastard! No, we'll go assertive. Yeah, assertive was the way to go, I think. He was the way to go. So we're 2-1 down away at Stevenage on the opening day, which is very disappointing. No disrespect to Stevenage, but it's disappointing. That's a ball in. And that's a ball out. Come on. Turton picks it up. Bakayoko, come on, let's just calm it down. Bit of clever forward play. Come on. Go on, we are. Go! Rhythm is a dancer, Kiwamya's the answer. He can score from anywhere. Get in. Rhythm is a dancer, Kiwamya, he is the answer. And he can score pretty much from anywhere. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. We want to get a bit more creative. We need to win this, really, if we can. Callum Saunders there, you saw. If we do we swap Turton, because Turton does play a midfield role. We've got I think I'm happy with those subs, Saunders and Kurt. I was toying with the idea of bringing Hollands off because he's got a booking, because Turton can actually play that sort of position. But we'll stick it for now. That's a great ball out to Kawamya. Oh. They're on the break though, Stevenage here. Can they catch us on the counter? No. Haha. Come on. That's it. Move the ball around nicely. That's what we like until we give it away like that. But then we get it back, but then we give it away. And then we get it back and then we give it away. No, 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 no. Oh, for feck's sake. That was woeful. Every time we got the ball back, we gave it away. Disappointing. 70 minutes on the clock. We are 3-2 down away at Stevenage on the opening day. We need to demand more. And we need to go attacking. Stevenage is coming at us again. Surely they're not going to get a fourth. What a disastrous start that would be. No, no, no. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's Kirk. That was a bit poor. It's a bit scrappy at times in the middle. Come on! Goal! Callum Saunders off the bench. 3-3. Don't feck it up now, please. Don't mess it up, sunshines. Either win it or draw it. Don't lose it. That's all I'm saying. Win, draw, no lose. I will not tolerate defeat. What a game though. 3-3 for the opening day. Terrible defending on both parts. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. I was just nearly a little bit sick in my mouth in fear of conceding there. But I think we've done alright. Defensively we've been poor, but so have they. Oh! Close. Defensively we've been poor. Attacking wise we've been poor. Good. Sorry. That goes for both teams. Something I will say about the match engine, a lot of people have said this, it's very, very framey at the minute. Everybody's been saying the same. It's kind of dodgy frame rating. But a 3-3 draw, despite the frames, despite the terrible defending, ain't a bad rocket, is it? Let's be honest. It's not a bad start. I'm happy with that. Could have been worse. Could have been better. I think we played okay. Like I said, defensively we were pretty shoddy. Up front we were pretty decent. In the middle of the park I felt we were okay. We played the ball around well. We've got Sheffield Wednesday next. That's going to be a test and a half in the old EFL Cup. But yeah, not too bad. Hollands has had a good debut. I think he did alright. I know he got a booking, but I think he did okay. I'm pretty pleased with that opener. Yeah, I mean, I know it took me 10 attempts to get there. Wintle scored on his first game on loan down at Wrexham. That's always a good sign. I do like those post-match screens. We'll have a little look at them at some point in a bit more detail. Post-match, pre-match things. I like them. I do like them. Ryan Lowe there. The key man. And the season ticket sales have gone well-ish. So all that's left to say now, guys, is welcome to FM17. Thank you so much for watching. Apologies if the video is longer than usual, but to be expected with the first one, unfortunately. Thank you if you stuck it this long. Please remember to hit the like button if this is going to be something you're going to enjoy. And please do also remember to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm out of time, guys. Been a pleasure being in your freaking face. Bye-bye.